Hello everybody and welcome. We're going to do another quick and simple card today. My name's Anne Wallace. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Simcoe, Ontario. If you live in Canada and you don't have your own demonstrator, please feel free to shop with me. You can reach me at stampsandtea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is stampsandtea.stampinup.net. So this is the suite we're going to use today. It's a beautiful suite. The suite is $94. It's called He's the Man. You get, of course, the stamps and the dies. You get the DSP, and you get some lovely little, they're called rustic metallic adhesive dots. They're kind of like a greeny brown color. They're really nice. They're very pretty. The DSPs are all beautiful. Let me see if I can pull this out without spoiling this one sheet. This sheet here is a set of, you get two sheets like this in the set, and it's all things that you could punch out to pop on the front of a card to make a really quick card. And they're all nice. They're all sharp looking. The print is really nice on them. The colors are lovely. You can make Father's Day cards with this set. You got a nice Father's Day stamp here. You've got Hello Handsome. Every Day With You is another adventure. You could do an anniversary card together for the long haul. Father's Days, birthdays, happy birthday to a classic, everything. You have everything in here that you could possibly need. And as I say, the DSPs are all beautiful and they all coordinate nicely. So we've got a nice new work surface today. It's supposed to be non-slip and non-glare, so we're going to try it out and see what we can do. So to make the card we're going to make, I have a piece of early espresso, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have a piece of very vanilla, which is 5 1/4 by 4 and is going to go on the inside. We've got a piece of DSP, which is 5 1/4 by 4, and we're going to cut it. I'm going to slice it at about 1.5 inches, I think, and then flip it over and use the other side. And then we've got some little parts, some scraps that we're going to punch out using the dies. We want to use the dies as well today. So let me first of all cut this piece of paper. As I see, it is 4 inches wide, so I'm going to cut it at 1.5 inches. Where is my 1.5 inches? Right there. 1.5 inches. Yes, I think 1.5 inches might be enough. Let's go 1 3/4 inches. Yeah, that's better. So I'm cutting this piece at 1 3/4 inches. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is flip them like this, so they both go on the front of the card like that. Okay, it gives you a little bit of contrast, a little bit of contrast, I think is the word I want. So we've got that. We're going to set that to one side. We've got some scraps of cardstock here. We've got Cajun Craze, early espresso, and vanilla, very vanilla. Okay, and we're going to cut some parts out using the dies. This one, and this one. I'm going to try and get them all on the same pass through the mini Stampin' Cut emboss machine. And I'm going to move this back so you can see what I mean when I say I'm going to try and get them all on the same plate. Okay, so there are my plates, 2 and 3. I'm going to put this one here this way and cut this out. Then I've got, let me get this right. This brown piece, and I'm going to cut this arrow out. Now this arrow I'm going to have to cut out twice. This is kind of strange because in the set of dies, they've given us 2 dies like this. This one here is a double die, but they only gave us 1 straight arrow, so I'm going to have to cut the arrow out twice. This one, because it's a double die, it only needs to go through the cut and emboss machine once, and I'll have 2 dies to work with. So I'll have to run the early espresso piece through twice. Let's see what we can do. And this non-slip surface is working quite well. So far so good. Now I've already cheated and cut out another brown arrow just to save a little time. So then we have this. Oh, and that didn't cut out. Well, lovely. Oh, that's because I had the die upside down. Let's do that again. So much for saving time today. So we're just going to cut out another one with the die that down face down this time. There we go. There he is. So we've got that. Where's my other one? There's my other one. There, so I've got 2 of these, 2 of these, and 1 sentiment, and I'm just going to put these all right back on the sticky part of the card. There it is, just so we don't lose those. And we'll set the dies to one side. To the scraps, get rid of the boards. So now what we have, let me see, we have a lovely stamp that says happy birthday to a classic. I'm going to make this card a birthday card. As I say, you could make it a Father's Day card, an anniversary card, all sorts of different things. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lovely sentiments in this stamp set. So you could make, you know, it's a good masculine stamp set, because we don't have a lot of masculine stamp sets, you know. This is a really nice one. It also has a number 1 in there, so for the number 1 man in your life, if you wish. Alright, so we're going to put this card together. We've got the 2 pieces like this. Now when I do something like this where I'm changing the paper, I would measure both pieces. When I put them down, I would measure them both from the outside edge in, because if this overlaps just a little bit, it doesn't matter. It's going to be hidden anyway by the arrows going down the card, and you'll see what I mean by that soon. So let's just do a little bit of stamping. We've only got one thing to stamp on this card, and that's this sentiment for the front. And we've got some early espresso ink here. Oh, there it is. There's my stamp. And let me just have a look and see where I'm going to line this up. Okay. There. So this says happy birthday to a classic. Make sure I've got no ink on my hands. No. So there it is. That's all we're going to stamp for this card. Because I like to leave the insides of my cards empty so that you can write on them. Alright, so we've got that and that. We're going to start putting the card together now. We've got some adhesive here. Whoops. As I see. Let me see, yes, we're doing this one this way. Make sure you get the cars going the right way up. And I should have about 1/8 of an inch all the way around on this card. There's the first piece. And the second piece I got to remember to turn over, because we're using the back side of that paper. for the contrast. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to line them up about 1/8 of an inch around, and there it is. There, that's good. So this is just one piece of 4 inches by 5 1/4 paper. I sliced it at 1 3/4, and I flipped this piece over to give me the contrast. So now we've got the little arrows we cut out, and we have the part we stamped. So these little arrows, this arrow, of course, there's the point, but I'm going to turn it around and lay it on top of this one so that it looks like my arrows are layered, so they both have the notch at the same end. And I'm just going to line it up carefully. That way, check for adhesive. Turn this around. I look at that one because I'd like them to be the same. It's pretty much even, I think. There. Okay, so we've got two pieces like this, and what we're going to do, this is going to go on the front of the card like this, but these pieces are going to stick out like that. There's my other one. Here. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to glue this about, like maybe about 1/2 inch from the bottom and 1/2 inch from the top. Let's say a scant 1/2 inch from the bottom and the top. Which way are my arrows going? That way. Oops. Let's check for adhesive, because I keep checking for adhesive because this arrow, the brown arrow, is not it's not as wide as the tape runner, so the tape runner is spreading adhesive past the edges of the arrow. Alright, so let me just line that up. I'm going to just line it up, not 1/2 inch, I think I'm going to go 1/4 inch from the bottom. There. The other one. From the top. Again, about 1/4 inch maybe. There. So I've got that and that. And then this is going to go on the top like that. So this sentiment here, I think we'll pop up on some dimensionals. Give it a little lift. Put the sentiment on the front. Card opens the right way. Put this piece inside. There. And I always turn my cards this way so that I can see 3 edges around for lining up the piece for the inside. I'm just going to pop a couple of dots on there. Let's have a look. Whoops. That'll do. Yeah. One. And there. Oh, and there. So there it is. One quick and simple happy birthday to a classic card. Left the inside blank so that I could write on it. There you have it, one quick and simple masculine card. Happy birthday to a classic. Use the He's All That Sweet from the new 2022-23 catalogue. And as always, it's my design, so if you wish to copy and share, please do so. But just put your angel stamp on the back that says all the supplies used are Stampin' Up supplies. Thanks everybody for watching. We hope to see you next week. Bye!